you know, it's pretty rough when you realize that you've been talking to yourself on your stream and you just haven't actually talked because you had everything muted. That was awesome. So yeah, I just spewed out a crap ton about the game we got here. Anyways, welcome to ExPVE DayZ. I've been working on this server for probably about a year now, just trying to balance out mods and find out what's going to stay and what's not going to be outdated by DayZ, because I swear, DayZ devs completely work against modders and the creators of mods and whatnot. They change class files that literally have nothing to do with their current updates, that they literally would not have to change and whatnot. That only affect the modders. Doesn't even affect anybody else. Just the modders or people trying to play the modded servers and whatnot. This last Frostline update, 1.26, actually has obsoleted most of our most favorite mods. Some mods that haven't, updated or needed updated in years. They always aim to change core game files that don't seem to affect what update or be a part of whatever update they're coming out with. It is unfortunate. I've noticed that. But at times, they probably need more people on their official servers. Maybe the game's really that dead. It really could be. I don't know how dead the game is. I just like DayZ. I like the system. I like the mods that we have access to. Now, originally, when I bought DayZ, I actually almost bought Arma 3 instead. Now, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because my brother has Arma 3. I got to experience some of the server stuff on that side. It really isn't too significant. It really ain't much to do. This guy shoots me. I don't know where he went. A little bit. He's down that way. Oh, he goes. Anyway, I am stalking a player right now because, weirdo. Now, normally we have, I'd say, 1 to 2, maybe 3 players on right now. The reason for that is the server was up for an entire year straight. However, a few months ago, I kind of lost job. I'm still dealing with losing that job. I'm still trying to figure it out. Now, I will be figuring it out, obviously. The biggest thing that I'm figuring out right now is I am trying to go for full custody of my son. Right now he's at school. I just ran him to school. His mother's a little bit too into these pills and drugs and whatnot locally. She's been to rehab a few times, and because of that, I really, obviously she's not a great role model. I think she understands that even by herself, though. I don't think it's a strange fact to her. I think she just knows that dad's solid, mom's got some issues to take care of, whatnot. But my boy will be good. I teach him very well. He loves dad very much. Make sure he's got everything he needs. But the biggest problem is finding work that will wrap around his school schedule. I've actually been denied 5 jobs now due to asking if I would be able to leave to go pick my son up to bring him somewhere. Now, I have not asked the school about after-school programs yet. I most likely should have done that before I started looking for work. I did not know or think about that. My parents did not involve themselves with me whatsoever. So, like, they didn't do any of the schooling. They just literally would either make me walk or come drop me right out the door. They wouldn't even walk me to the door. I walk my boy to the door. He's gonna feel like dad's there, Never ever making that boy feel abandoned. I got that same feeling. My mother wasn't too, let's just say we have the same mom, like me and my boy, which is quite weird. No, that was not intentional. No, his mother was not a druggie at the time that I was with her and whatnot. it just so turned out that she turned into one. It's unfortunate. Oh, hey, look, guys. There's what I was talking about with the vehicles just kind of rolling themselves here. It makes no sense to me, but we'll do it again. I found a real discrepancy. So if you hop into that passenger seat while you're in the driver's seat, it starts doing that. And that's real interesting. We'll go ahead and try to hop out while it's upright. Will it float again? It is floating again. I need to move it before I clean it. Oh, he died? No, I think he's just not here. He disappeared on me. He gave no shits to see another player this time. That's not cool. I'm actually a fan of that. I am antisocial as well, guy. Right there. Antisocial. I literally wear it around, and people make sure to leave me alone, I think, because it says antisocial. It's kind of nice. I don't have to deal with the whole extra random people interaction. I can obviously talk to people. So much happening in life all at once. With my kid, not being able to find work, feeling like I'm not going to survive. Which obviously I always will survive. I'm actually really backwoods. I know I live in New York State. There's not much for woods here. There are a few pieces of state land, however. And you can camp on New York state lands as long as you move your camp once a week, even if it's through the winter. Well, that's what I was told, at least. I'm not sure how entirely legal that is, but I've had to do it a few times. While I was dropping out of high school and just kind of trying to find work, I found a manufacturing job. Actually got into my own first apartment. I've been kind of somewhat solid since then. I mean, I have swapped a lot of jobs. I do have an attitude problem. There's got to be a reason for me to do something that seems out of ordinary or a little extra for no reason. And, New York State, they want you to fucking literally work your arm and leg off for base pay. So, at the majority, I've caught some attitudes from these. Kind of most of the reason I have swapped most of my careers, well, not careers, workplaces. I have been doing metal fabrication. That's mostly what I'll find around here. I did go to school for it, so it does help. You can get pulled right in due to that. Where'd the guy go? I know he was here somewhere. I didn't know he made that much distance. Or he just kind of got off. And isn't here anymore. That is the case. Interesting. Well, I guess it's time for us to get in on our own content. I'm going to take us to Monster Island. I have put quite a bit of time into that one. Just between slight map editing, very slight, I mean, not extreme on the map editing part. The biggest part was the DNA setup and all the mob spawns. I wanted to make sure Monster Island and Monster Mountain were almost OP, or almost impossible. Now, the reason I say almost impossible is because You got vanilla weapons. You got snafu weapons, which is one of our mod weapon packs. And then we also have Baller Z snafu retextures. Now, these ones are kind of wild and they like times 4 the damage on these guns. You can actually like visibly see it. Pops a little bubble. It's like definitely even stronger. So I'd say with this SCAR, I would have to unload at least 3 or 4 100-round mags on one of our dragons in game. But with the Baller Z revision over here, I don't know if that's a SCAR, to be honest. Does not look like it. The receiver looks a little different. Anyway, the Baller Z guns have like fucking times 4 damage, so I'll down that dragon in 1 or 2 hits. Now, every monster at Monster Island has the same health as the dragons that are usually floating around by themselves. There's not usually a bunch of them. Except there's like 200 of the mobs that I'm talking about that have the same health as dragons. Gets a little hectic. See if I can go over. I don't have any extra mags for this right now. So, wait, yes I do. Boom. Okay, so I have 1 extra mag and I got 50 rounds in this mag. I don't believe that's enough. Because I do believe there's like 200 to 300 on Monster Island. And you will have to clear these out. Unless you're slick and you can just hop out your car, go grab whatever key card loot that you need, etc., etc. But you're really gonna wanna see. All right, I'm gonna actually take this to Monster Island and just drive us around, so you can see while I'm safe. I don't have to really do anything because it does get hectic. Yes, I can clear it alone without God mode, guys. I promise. But it is hellish. Alright, so this whole little building, or the walls, the castle walls, I placed those. They're just randomly placed in a circle around the place to kind of give it more of a closed-in monument feel, somewhat. Because I'm used to Rust. I really like Rust. Oh, there we go. You see them? They're glowing. At night, these things are sketchy, and they sound pretty sketchy. And then that dude's like, "Your soul." Someone sound retarded. I'm sorry, I cannot use that. I did not mean that. Jeez. Yeah, vocab's gonna be a new thing. Coming from New York streets. Welcome to Twitch, boy. Jesus. I'll figure it out, guys. But anyway, all of these Zeds, all these monsters on this island, they all glow. So, say you were to come here at night, you'll see with no fail. And you see how I've just hit them like 5 times with the vehicle. They usually take and we're at like 5 to 6 hits in now. And they ain't still in. Now what I'm gonna have to do is go all the way over here, get out of the car, get on top of the car, and just do the daisy. You know, daisy. Kill them all. Put my buffs on. Oh, weapon check. No. Come on, Daisy. The vehicle's not even up there. I should go directly down and shoot this thing. Oh, now I can. That's really weird. Anyways, yes, there's mad of these. Yes, they're funky looking. However, they do have a purpose. Not only are they protecting the higher loot on this island, which is literally focused in just a few spots. There'll be in that castle. There's a few crates that you can open, including the outside of the castle, the little uh, side walls or whatever. There is a military zone somewhere up over here. I will end up showing you, and there's also a somewhat abandoned city type deal that I threw in. There really isn't too much in the abandoned city. I think there might be one crate. I think it's like a red card or something. Um, now the way our server works is you work through the card system. So you'll start at the base card, which is green, unless you go for something else that gives a higher card right off. Um, you'll start at the base card that's green. You can go to these little things that give you a chance to upgrade that card to yellow, and then red, and then blue, and then purple, and orange is the last color. Orange does not have a loot table of its own. You actually use orange to go to Monster Mountain. Uh, when you get to Monster Mountain, you open the door with your orange card, and inside there's actually one free blue card, one free. I'm sorry, they're not guarantees. They're crates that give you a chance at getting them. You get a chance at a purple, a chance at a blue, and a chance at a red card. Now, also inside Monster Mountain, there is two blue safe house rooms and one purple safe house room. So you can spawn them all there. Guarantee nobody's gonna come, third party it and get all your loot and whatnot. Obviously, beware. I will be having these guys spawn with the buildings here soon. It will be somewhat harder. For now, they're just regular Zeds. So they die somewhat easy and whatnot. But now you see what I mean. So that was just this area of the island. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's at least 30 of these guys just chilling. What you do with them, you don't just peace on them. You will want to do this. You will run up. See how it says skin and quarter? Hold it. Boom. Look at the ground. And you got skins from these things. Now, we actually have traders set up in this the server of ours. You'll take the skins to the traders, sell them for cash. That's basically their only use at the moment. At some point, I may make them combinable to make something cool. Not sure what yet, but yes, that will be an idea. I think I just destroyed my hatchet. Yes, I did. Okay. That ain't good. I need a hatchet to cut this up. We might be SOL'd. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. I might have to spawn a knife, guys. I don't like that idea, but we're doing it. Alright, knife. Renegade knife would probably be best. Yeah. Alright, grab that renegade knife, take the hands, and then, like I said, we'll just sit here and skin all these, get all the skins from. I'll just skin them real quick so it's all on the ground. That'd be easier that way. 1, 2, 3. And you'll only be wanting to skin the colorful ones. Those are the only ones that are given the skin. And yeah, like I said, we have these traders in our map. You'll take them to the trader, sell them off, and then our trader, the main point of the trader in my eyes, and the reason I put it there, is for you to actually build your outfit out of the Baller Z outfits. I do not have them accessible on the ground. You can't find them anywhere. They're not in the card loot or anything like that. The Renegade stuff is, which is pretty close to what the Baller Z stuff is. However, the Baller Z stuff has way more customization to it. Uh-oh. Well, I'm looking full, guys. Guess I'm gonna have to go sell at the trader. Well, that's cool. I can at least show you guys that. Let me grab one more of these since I got space for one. Anyway, that's gonna be your biggest problem is space. So that's why we're actually doing this and taking this all to the trader and building a Baller C setup. Because what you're seeing me have right now is just our mainly MVS, which is right after vanilla. That's the first armor mod that you'll get and find and whatnot. That's, you know, not vanilla. Now to find, see this ghillie I got on here, this black ghillie armband. Okay, these are renegade. Now all of the renegade equipment that you'll find will be in keycard loot. The advantage of this black ghillie armband is the thing is 100 slots. It's got 2 gun slots on it, first aid pouch, storage box, binoculars, and a vest pouch and whatnot. That's crazy for this game. If you do know DayZ, that's quite a bit of slots that you probably will never need and whatnot, to be honest. But let's go ahead and show you some more of this island before I hop to the trader. Come on, I forgot I had these set here. Base build airdrop, yes it is. Notice how these heads just spawn right there. Well, they didn't spawn, they actually crawl out of the ground on our server. It's kind of cool and sketchy at the same time. I love it. It gives more of a fucking zombie feel to DayZ. Zombies aren't just gonna pop out into the fucking wilderness, you know. So when they just crawl to the ground, to me, that looks so realistic in comparison to what it could have. Now, I understand, guys, you're not liking my turdness of graphics surrounding me and whatnot. That is due to me having a 1660. It is only a 6 gig card, and quite a bit of it is being used. Oh, actually, no. I wouldn't say most of it's being used on stream. Most of my CPU is being used on stream. I could change that and run some of it off my GPU, but I think that's a bad idea, considering even without streaming, I experienced some good gameplay. Now, DayZ itself has quite a bit of networking issues. It's mostly with the vehicles. If you move too fast on the map, it seems like their servers can't keep up with your location. So it'll seem like you're sliding around, you'll rubber band 10, 20 feet that way, or like, say you thought you were going straight. Oh wait, or no, the other way around. Say you thought you were taking a right. And it looks like it is for a second, and then it jumps back, but you were going straight. It's just a little funky, but this is not a game that was really intended. I'm sorry, this is not a game environment or engine that was intended for vehicles. This is the Arma 2 engine, essentially, with obviously some updates and whatnot, but you realize DayZ owners or whatever, they're not actually game makers. They kind of bought a portion of DayZ from Arma 2 in order to turn it into a game. That's why it's so weird to me when they limit other modders and they seem to make updates literally only to affect the modders, is because they literally started the same way. So I don't really get their mindset on that too much, but it is what it is. What should I show you guys? Might as well go up here. This actually is a trader on some other servers. If you noticed, there's some extra buildings and whatnot inside the castle. But I do want to show you guys the castle. second. Let me go ahead and alleviate some of these AE hunters. Now, this gun that I'm shooting is just making this easy for me. I will go ahead here. I'm going to swap over to my SCAR. I only got 60 rounds in it. However, I do want you to see how much of a difference this will be. So, one. Oh. He actually died in one hit. Excuse me. Oh, that won't. Okay, so those things, I could hit that thing all day. Oh, now I'm bleeding. Let me go ahead and cheat real quick with the God mode. So, now yes, that would have been good. You will take people here, and you won't just do what I did and run up into a dead end and wait for people to come kill your ass. But this is a very possible island to conquer. But you have to have the Baller Z, either VSSK, 50 cal. You gotta have one of the Baller Z guns. Otherwise, you're really not gonna get anywhere. So, like, watch. That took, like, literally 50 rounds. Just for for a modded snafu gun, which is supposed to be somewhat higher damage, to Merc. Almost 50 rounds. That's not good in comparison to the one shot that I had to put out with this thing. And this thing holds 250 in the magazine. So, this is like the gun, or the Baller Z guns are the guns you're going to want to bring here, basically. Now, I can't pick these guys' stuff up. I am actually still full. I just wanted to come in here, show you guys that there's literally chances at these cards. Oh, I got 2 of them. That's actually kind of wild. Okay. Let's see what I can do for space here. I am already filled. Kinda. I don't need that. Bang. Bang. Boom. So we got those. Now we got some card loot. Ooh, can I put that on something? Just see if we can take this with, because it's probably worth some monies. I think it's worth more than a tar, that's for sure. Tetra pills, got a little bit of food and drinks. Oh, this is cool. Okay, that did not just go on. Oh, okay. Going on my belt. I see. Alright. So that is, and this is Monster Island. This is custom little bullshit. Obviously, you see that's like a sideways castle wall. I kind of just did it so we could build a floor. There is a way up, and there's a reason to go up. So, up we go. Oh, hey, look at that. There's quite a bit of stuff up here just chilling. That's just eye candy. Stuff to pick up from the ground. That's not even card loot. Alright. Now, as you see, it's somewhat ghetto, but I made it work. This is cool as shit to me. I really like this. You're like inside of a castle, which I don't think there's another spot on DayZ that allows you to do that. So I also made it so you can keep going up, run all the way that way. Wow, with the lag, I'm supposed to jump there. And I made it so you could like look down and see if there's anybody messing with stuff or whatever, or coming up on their way up to you. I was originally gonna have this a PvP game. Now I really realized how not okay for PvP DayZ's system is. It's really not made for PvP. It's just too laggy, if that makes sense. Not laggy, it's just too... I don't even know how to explain that. Anyways, here we are. We got another chance at a card. We got a yellow card. Let's see if this gives us a card. It just did. It gave us 2 more. I should probably, quite honestly, yeah, toss more of these things. I don't need these. Boom, and boom. Now we got our cards. There is another card box on this island specifically buy this castle. I will not tell exactly where. I can at least, however, say, I mean, this is probably helping too much already. It is in one of those things. See those stairs? You can go under and behind those. A lot of people don't seem to know that or notice that. I would have noticed that because I'm like a freaking scavenging fiend. I want to see every inch and cranny and whatnot. Um, but like I said, I got it kind of set up. You can go in and loot stuff from each spot. Um, Let me go ahead and doop, hop down her real quick. Oh man, there's another yellow. Look at that. Oh man. We're not going to open that. We're going to go ahead and leave that for a player in case they decide they're going to run Monster Mountain. Which right now, server's pretty dead, so I highly doubt. But it is just fine to me. Uh-oh. Yep. Another DayZ problem. So usually to fix this, if you can't just get in, you are going to have to relog. So let me see if I can get on top of it and then climb in. I doubt it. It does look way too far in for me to do that. Oh, actually, usually when you get close enough to the seat, it lets you, but it is not. Let me see if I can. Nope. Really? Oh, hey, that worked. Wahahaha. Anyway, you would not be able to do what I just did. I just teleported all around it with the admin rights to get in a position that I can actually climb into it. Now, if you have two people there, normally that doesn't happen for both screens. So you're actually, how do I say? You're actually kind of desynced. When you see that, you know your account or your side is desynced. So what you want to do is, if you have a buddy with you, just have them hop into the driver's seat. For some reason, the passenger seat don't do it. They still keep floating to the floor. But if they hop in the driver's seat, it equals the truck out or the vehicle. The vehicle, comes back above surface, sits how it's supposed to, and then you'll also be able to see it. It like brings it back to sync. Now that's what I was meaning by, that's why DayZ is not really a PvP game. Their desync issues is actually kind of unreal. Me and my buddy G Dog, we literally will hop on and be running next to each other, and then he'll run off. I'll be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And he'll be like, what are you talking about? I'm right next to you. I'm just like, what do you mean you're right next to me? I'm literally looking at you 300 yards that way, and I don't know where he blinks, gone, and I'm looking for him, and he's right next to me. And it's just like, dude, what? You know? All right. So speaking of said buddy, G Dog, my buddy's. Oh, I don't want to disclose his info. G Dog itself, the name was possibly too much itself. Is a good buddy of mine. I know what he does IRL. I mean, man's works. He also is very interested in making servers for multiple different games and stuff. I think he runs a Rust server. He does run a Rust server. He runs a 3x modded Rust server. It's quite cool, to be honest. Me personally, I was such an official Rust fan. Then they changed the recoils. Now I won't play Rust. It's just boring. It's not. It's just another game. But this time, I'm now getting to realize how shitty of a back game Rust has. because they made the guns like every other gun on most other games. They shouldn't have done that. They should have kept their recoil patterns. It should have been a skill based type thing. It should have stayed like that. But, most games after a good 10 years decide to destroy themselves. But I'm sitting here now realizing that the stream says it's Fortnite. I'm not running Fortnite, guys. I'm gonna have to actually drop stream, delete this stream, and start a new one. Well, have a good day, guys. I will be back with most likely another DayZ stream. This time actually listed as a DayZ stream, I promise. But yeah, definitely check out the server at ExPVE.com. We do have active players, we do have active admins. I am constantly trying to find new stuff, cool stuff to add in. I definitely think the majority would like our game. So come check us out, and